Hey guys, Gary here from RV Living Life. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing and giving us a thumbs up. Today I'm going to show you a real-world example of how we can run 3 ACs in a 30 amp park using our Renogy batteries, 800 amps, and 2 Victron inverters. So we'll show you a real-world example of the power needed to run it, how it draws from our batteries when it needs to run all 3 at a time, and then as the AC shut off 1 at a time, it goes back to charging the batteries. So let's have a look. Okay, here we go. We're coming inside now. It's quite hot in the RV. I'm going to turn the ACs on. Okay, we've got all 3 ACs going. We are plugged into a 30 amp park with all 3 ACs going. They're not all quite running yet. They have slow starts on them, so they take their time starting up. Okay, I believe all 3 are running now. You can see in the top right we are drawing 3,955 watts to run all these air conditioners and whatever else is running in the coach. In the top left you can see we're taking about 1,200 watts from shore, so we will not blow the breaker. I have the maximum set at 28 amps I believe, but when you run a hard load on it like this, it takes only half of what it needs from shore. Now you can see on the batteries we're drawing 3,770 watts in the bottom left corner. We're down to 99% already. I have all 3 ACs set to go down 1 degree each, so they should get satisfied one at a time. Up in the top right corner we're drawing 4,000 watts, so when that starts to drop off, that means the air conditioners are shutting down. We've taken 2% from our batteries now. It's a pretty hard draw on the batteries, for sure. But it'll get cooled down in here nicely, quickly, and then the batteries will recharge. So now the short numbers are actually going to the negatives. Not quite sure what that means, but we're taking 4,200 from the batteries now, which is still fine. We have 8 batteries at 100 amps each, so we can draw 400 amps from the batteries quite easily, and that's nowhere near that. Okay, it appears 1 air conditioner is shut down. If you look in the top right, we're down to 3,000 on the loads. 2,900 is dropping. Lots of times the display on the Cerbo GX gets a little mixed up and it doesn't display things properly either. The version that I use on my laptop is even worse for showing old information. I assume we still have 2 air conditioners running. From what I can hear and what I can see, 3,000 draw. Batteries are down to 96% now. So once all the different areas are satisfied at being the right temperature, it'll go back to charging. But then again, air conditioners may still come on or off, different ones here and there, and it'll still draw from the batteries if needed, or it'll charge the batteries if only one AC is running. You can basically run this system all day like this. Have an AC running, make your coffee, make some toast, even pull out the induction top. Of course, you have to watch. You can't just let it go crazy. You can see in the bottom left now we're only drawing 1,000 watts. In the top right, the loads have dropped to 1,600, so we only have one AC running now. The rear ACs seem to draw more power than the front AC, and I believe it's because the front AC was replaced, so it burns less power. So coming out of a situation like this where everything was running, if any of the ACs stay on, it still keeps drawing from the batteries, unless it's the front AC. If it's the only one that's running, it'll still charge the batteries and run that air conditioner alone. And usually the front of the coach is the hottest area with all the glass, so it works out that the air conditioner that runs the most will still allow charging of the batteries at the same time, if no other ACs are running. Still waiting for that last AC to shut down. There it goes. Okay, now we're back to bulk charging. We're taking 200 from shore, 1,200 from shore now, 1,600 from shore in the top left. And if you follow the path of the flow, you can see that the shore power and the loads are, the shore power is supplying the loads on the right, and it's also sending power down to charge the batteries. And we're charging the batteries at 800 watts. Which is a nice slow charge. It'll take a little while to get back up to 100%, but that's fine. It usually always catches up quite easily, especially overnight. And there we go. So now if any of the ACs come on again, if it's the front one, it'll still charge. If it's any of the other two, it'll draw from the batteries until they shut off. I'll just show you what it's like to have only the front one come on and the back one's not. Okay, I've set the front one to come on and cool it down 1 degree. And the rear two I turned off, so they won't come on. The AC is starting up now. You can see it's drawing 400 watts in the top right. It's a very slow start, especially after it's just been shut off. The soft start make sure that it takes a while. Oh, it is starting up. Okay, so we have the front AC running. We're taking 2,800 from shore in the top left. That AC is drawing 1,400 watts. You can see the flow. We're still charging the batteries. So with only the front AC on, we can still charge the batteries and run the AC. And if one of the other ones kicks on, then it takes from the batteries, and then when they kick out, it puts it back in the batteries, and so on. We could do this all day. Anyway, I hope you understand that, guys. Have a great day. Give us a like, a thumbs up. Please subscribe. Leave us a comment. I'd like to hear what you're thinking out there. Okay, bye. See you in the next one.